There are two ways of getting through school: actually learning and memorizing.
Memorizing can be good to understand the basic idea of something, but it stops right there. Memorization stops you from understanding a figurative meaning or a hidden meaning, and it implies that there's only one right answer. Monette McIver writes that she used to love math, but when she got to college, her professors would tell her to not learn anything, to just memorize it for the exam, and she'd be okay. When she was told to memorize instead of learn the material, she began to lose interest in math. She began to question why she was being taught these things. When was she ever going to use it? Pushing for students to memorize things instead of learn it can cause them to lose interest in school.
Many students in modern day society have shifted away from truly learning the material given to them and have started simply memorizing it. In some cases, I am one of those students. This should not be the case, as learning is much more effective for students in the long run. According to Ben Orland from The Atlantic, memorization is a frontage road. It runs parallel to the best parts of learning, never intersecting. It's a detour on all the action, a way of knowing without learning, of answering without understanding. In this quote, the author discusses how memorization is not truly learning, but rather a weak substitute for it. This quote shows how truly inefficient of a method memorization is because the student is not learning and harnessing the material. If a student was to simply memorize his or her way through college, he may pass all of his classes with flying colors, but he will never truly understand the information or be able to apply it into real-world scenarios. A student who may not have done as well in classes but truly understood the information will be more successful in the long run due to the fact that he has retained all the information that he learned in college.
The education system needs a major reform to make classes more interesting and to help students become better people and actually learn.
Mitnick Paul writes, learning is essential. Just like food nourishes our body, information and continued learning nourishes our minds. As Brandon said before me, our education system needs reform. We've lost the basis of what education is, and that is to learn. We're focused on the end result versus the process in between and the retrieval of information.